A Mississippi mayor is facing 100 years in prison after being arrested this week. Maurice Howard, pictured here, mayor of Aberdeen, Mississippi, was arrested and charged with stealing money from taxpayers and having taxpayers pay for trips that he did not actually take. Howard was arrested by special agents and transported to the Monroe County Detention Center. He was released from custody after posting a $10,000 bond. If convicted on all counts, Howard faces $25,000 in fines and 100 years in prison. Conviction would also prevent him from holding public office. The Mississippi State Auditor's Office seems to be very busy this week, as there have been several other big embezzlement cases with public funds. Two Smith County clerks, Helen Bounds and Justine Middleton, both women were arrested and charged with embezzling over $20,000 each in separate cases by the same state auditor's office. The same auditor's office whose special agents arrested this Aberdeen, Mississippi mayor, Maurice Howard, now facing 100 years in prison. One incident that raised suspicion about what the mayor was doing occurred last year in April of 2018. The mayor's official vehicle was found 140 miles away in Linden, Alabama. So the Aberdeen mayor's official city vehicle was found outside the state. Mayor Howard had claimed that he was in the area recruiting a new business to come to the city. Aberdeen aldermen at the time did vote to have the Attorney General's office and State Auditor's office and the Ethics Commission to clarify guidelines for use of city-owned vehicles to make sure no laws were violated. So that incident where the mayor's car was mysteriously found outside of the state, even though the mayor did come up with an excuse after this was found, it did play a key role in this current investigation. The current charges against Howard include being accused of embezzling city funds meant to pay for travel expenses related to city business. Howard sought and was paid advance checks for attending meetings and conferences on behalf of the city of Aberdeen, but then failed to actually attend the events by depositing the checks into his personal bank account and not returning the unused money. Howard allegedly stole nearly $3,500 from Aberdeen taxpayers. Investigators also determined the mayor used a city vehicle for personal travel. In addition to this, they found Howard should repay the city for providing hotel rooms and conference registration fees the mayor never used. This part of the demand is worth over $2,000 and is not part of the criminal allegations against him. A Mississippi State Auditor commenting on the case says, quote, "Politicians should not lie to the voters about working on their behalf when they are not, and they certainly should not lie to financially benefit at the same time. This is a breach of the trust that the voters put in our elected officials, and the mayor must be held accountable. Thank you to our excellent team of investigators who uncovered this scheme and put a stop to it." Now, there had been an ongoing dispute between Aberdeen aldermen and Mayor Howard leading into this. Last summer, the alderman board voted to cut the mayor's salary twice for not showing up and not doing his duties as mayor. They voted to cut his salary by $10,000 in August, after voting to cut the mayor's salary by $15,000 in July of last year. At the time of that decision, the board also moved to have Howard surrender his gas card and the keys to his city-issued car. It voted to bar him from being reimbursed for out-of-town travel. The board says both cuts are because of issues, including Howard's absences and unavailability. A $100,000 surety bond covers Howard's time as mayor of the city of Aberdeen. A surety bond is similar to insurance, designed to protect taxpayers from corruption. Howard will remain liable for the full amount of the demand in addition to criminal proceedings. Another article here provides some more details and a reaction by the mayor after his arrest, saying Howard faces 5 charges of embezzlement. He said Wednesday night that he's stunned at the charges brought against him. The charges stem from questions where some money went in 2016 and 2017. Howard has said to news outlets that this isn't the first time that he's been questioned about it. Mayor Maurice Howard has one message that he's spreading to folks in Aberdeen. He is claiming, quote, "The mayor is not nor has ever been a thief." However, an investigation by the state auditor's office alleges Howard deposited city funds into his personal bank account. The allegations stem from trips in 2016 and 2017 in which Howard says the Board of Aldermen tried to address then. Quote, "The board tried to impeach me using the same alleged offenses. I was aware of them in 2017, but I wasn't aware there was still anything going on with the alleged offenses," said Mayor Howard. An investigation by the state auditor's office alleges otherwise. The state auditor accuses Howard of going to board members to get money for trips that he did not actually go to in an effort to pocket the money. Quote, "He found a way by doing that over and over again. He found a way to give himself a nice little second paycheck," said the state auditor. So as of now, the mayor is still refusing to step down, saying, quote, "This is what they want. They want Maurice Vernon Howard to quit, but I've never been a quitter and I never will. I'm still here. I'm still the mayor," said Howard. Pretty interesting development, and again, notable that there are several cases going on. Announcements this week coming from the same state auditor's office, wondering if this could lead to more Mississippi politicians and public employees facing similar embezzlement charges. This other case that I mentioned at the beginning of this video with these 2 Smith County clerks who had been arrested, it is being handled by the same state auditor that is handling the case against Mayor Maurice Howard. And he has noted that these 2 cases against Helen Bounds and Justine Middleton, each charged for embezzling $20,000. This is very similar to other cases going on across the state. Both of these women surrendered to special agents at the Smith County Jail and were released from custody after each posting a $5,000 bond. The state auditor said, quote, "These individuals stole a substantial amount from the people of Smith County. Unfortunately, their schemes are similar to others we have recently seen around the state. Voters and government employees need to share the stories of these types of embezzlement and be on the lookout for similar schemes around the state. The only way we will stop all theft of public funds is by working together. Both women will remain liable for the full amount of each respective demand in addition to criminal proceedings. If convicted, Bounds faces up to $5,000 in fines and 20 years in prison. Middleton will face up to $5,000 in fines and 10 years in prison." So let me know what you think about the arrest and charges against Mayor Maurice Howard, serious embezzlement charges, and these other public officials in the same state auditor's office saying that there is a lot of similar cases with misuse of public funds. Could this be leading to more? Let me know what you think. In the video description are links to my Patreon and PayPal accounts where you can support the channel directly, patreon.com/realityreader and PayPal patreon.me/realityreader. If you could leave a like on this video, that is greatly appreciated, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thanks everybody that has been sharing these videos and sharing the channel to help get the information out there. Let me know what you think in a comment. I will follow up soon. Thanks.